Good morning, everyone. My name is Sister Giovanni, the Sister of St. Joseph the Sacred Heart, and I'm very happy to join you today as you come together to celebrate the feast of Mary the Cross MacKillop, Australia's first canonised saint. Now, there are many saintly people amongst us, human like ourselves, who have deep faith in God and strive throughout their lives to live by the teachings of Jesus Christ as recorded in the Gospels. But not all saints are canonized. To be included in the canons of the Church, a person is publicly acclaimed to be an outstanding example of faith in word and deed. Mary MacKillop was such a person. Her extraordinary love of God and her deep conviction of God's love and protection of her impacted so strongly on the Church and society that she was, with great solemnity, acclaimed a saint for Australia and for the world in Rome, October 18, 2010. Let me share with you just a few of the thoughts and admonitions Mary shared with the sisters and others of the time, not excluding some by whom she was referred to as a troublesome woman. When faced with serious challenges, difficulties in her efforts to address the particular needs of the times as she saw it, she responded with courage, patience, and a determination to persevere in what she believed to be the will of God for her and her companions. In a letter of 1871, she said, "I must not forget that there is a dear, good God watching over us." And she writes again in 1877, "Let us rejoice and thank God for giving us such solid proofs of his love." That is what sustained her, her conviction of God's love for her, no matter what difficulties she was faced with. There's no time for me to share the details of the pressures that Mary and her supporters endured as she resolutely enacted her great motto, never see a need without doing something about it. I believe that motto is the very core of the spirit of the Sisters of St. Joseph. It's the driving force at the very heart of the congregation, of the sisters from Mary's time, and is sustained throughout the years. Living by that motto brought to Mary many sorrows and huge hurdles that she had to encounter. But her love of God, her belief in God's love for her, sustained her and brought her through all of those difficulties. And she, during those times and all times of her life, demonstrated to others, reflected a courage, incredible courage that she enacted way beyond the norm. So I hope that you can access the many reliable accounts of Mary's life and her groundbreaking journey in response to one of the most urgent needs of those times, which she identified as education. Education in faith of children who were denied access to existing educational institutions, both state and some private. The Sisters of St. Joseph are so proud and grateful that from early times, the earliest of times, we have been able to contribute significantly to the amazing system of Catholic education, which is unparalleled in any other country of the world. And this year, you're celebrating or remembering, acknowledging 200 years of Catholic education system serving the people, the young people, and right through at every level of education. But the Catholic education system is something in which we take great, great pride. Just to remind you that Sunday, when the church as a whole is celebrating the solemnity of Mary MacKillop, the reading of the time, fear not, fear not. And look at the birds of the air, look at the care God takes of the whole of creation, and certainly of us human beings faithful, and whatever defects that we have, wherever we fail one way or the other, God does not love us less. And we ask God to bring us through these times and keep us faithful and keep us compassionate for others who are going through extreme difficulties. Now, that's what, through Mary, we can ask of God, and the fears and the anxieties and all the other worries that accompany us, parents, children, students, of course, those anxieties, no, do not fear, we leave it to you. And sit perhaps a little bit of time in these days ahead and say, what would Mary say to me now?